everyone. So today we are going to work on this clock redo. I'm not sure if it's a grandmother clock or a grandfather clock, but I want to redo the whole thing, and I'm actually going to turn it into a shelf. So as you can see, I already gutted out the clock part, but we have to take those out. I'm thinking I'm probably going to take the doors off, but I'm not 100% sure yet because the doors are really pretty. It'd be a shame to take them out. I guess it depends. We'll see after I get it painted. So yeah, there it is. So let's get started. So what I'm going to start on is I'm going to start removing the guts, I guess you could call it. Okay, so here I've got the doors off. I've got the guts out. I took this top part off. There's the doors. And these are the chime things. So now what I'm going to do, I have to figure this part out because this is, the top goes just on the side of this. So I don't know how I would cut this whole part here off. So I'm going to have to think about that. Okay, so I got it all sprayed down. Go ahead and wipe it. Wipe that. Hi, Leo. Hi, Leo James. Okay, now we're going to start painting. Okay, so this surface has a little bit of a shine to it, so I don't want to chance it. I'm going to mix some plaster of Paris in with it. Then I won't have to sand it. Because this is like using chalk paint, and it actually ends up being harder than chalk paint, so it won't scratch off. I'm putting an equivalent to probably 2 spoonfuls in here. I'm just going to mix it up. And if there's any texture on this after the first coat, I'll go ahead and sand it down. And then for my second coat, I won't use any plaster. I won't have to. That looks good. So now I can go ahead and start painting. It'll only take 2 coats. Now, this was a free clock. I had posted a while back that I was looking for a free or almost free grandfather clock because I had plans on turning one into something different. And my friend, who I'm actually doing the dining room makeover for, the country cottage makeover, this was hers. She had bought it back in, I think she said the early 2000s, and it had broken, and she got a quote to see how much it would cost to repair it. And it actually was going to be more money to repair it than what she paid for the clock. So it was just sitting in her basement collecting dust until now. and I'm happy to have it be in a little addition to my home. I'm not sure what room it's going to be placed into yet, but I'm sure wherever I put it, it's going to look sweet. So I'm thinking of wallpapering the very back part of it in a light color. That way whatever I display in here will pop. It'll stand out versus being in a dark area. It would not pop. You'd have to have some sort of lighting to see what was displayed in there, especially if I keep the doors on it. Let's turn it around. I'm glad it's not very heavy. And I will paint the doors separately. I might do something different with the doors. I might paint them a different color, like a charcoal gray or something. I'm not sure yet. I'll see where this whole project takes me. I love when I go into people's houses and it's different, like they have different pieces. I just like different things than what everybody else has. And I find if you DIY stuff, then you definitely have something that most people don't have. It's unique to your own home. And it has this raised panel here. I was thinking about doing some rub and buff, some gold rub and buff around this ledge right here. I think that'll be nice to give it some contrast and some depth to this project, and I think it'll look nice. So the night I'm shooting this video is a Thursday night, and we're supposed to get a lot of snow in central New York tonight. They're talking like 6 to 12 inches, people. Not real happy about it. Very excited to see what this is going to look like when it's all done. Go ahead and turn it again. I'm also going to paint the back. like it to look pretty all the way around. Ooh, got some dust bunnies back here. The first coat. Now this is kind of a light green, but not a mint green. It's kind of like a moody light green. It's really pretty, but this lighting in this room is not very great. But there it is. I painted the back. I did put the top back on. So when this is done drying, I'm going to go ahead, give it a light sanding, because I used plaster of Paris. So some of it might be a little rough looking. So I'm going to give it a light sand, and then I'm going to go through with the final coat. Sorry about that, guys. Then I'm going to go through with the final coat after the light sand. And then I'm going to fit the shelves and go ahead and get the wood cut. I'm thinking 2 shelves down here and just 1 up here. And I think that is good. And then I can put little tchotchkes in there. And then I'm thinking gold rub and buff for this finial. And then gold rub and buff around the raised area on that. And I don't know, maybe I'll do a little bit here and there. We'll see. We will see. Make it a little bit wider. I love power tools. One more cut. Let's hope it fits. Okay, guys, so I got it finished. It's almost 10 o'clock at night. I didn't record it because I was building outside of my kids' bedroom, and I didn't want to bother them because it is a school night. And I didn't want to move my project location to another spot because I had already made a mess. So I only got some footage, but I did get the shelves in. So as my friend says, make a plan and plan to change. So that's exactly what I did. I made a plan to do wallpaper on the back. And then I decided, you know what, I'm just going to paint it, and I think it looks good. And I left the doors as is. I was going to do this finial and rub and buff as I had stated, but instead, since I left the doors the wood, I went in ahead and I just scuffed up my paint job so the doors would match, and it just lets the wood color show through so it matches the doors. So it was challenging for me to do the shelves, but I did it. The only thing I don't like is this part has to be there. When I took the clock, the inside apart, it just left it like that. But once I get it decorated and shut the door, you're not really going to be able to tell. There's some on both sides. I'm not sure why that is. But I did gut the clock out, the clock part out at the house where I got it from. So you saw what was left inside of it, because the guts that I took out of it were very heavy. They had to have weighed like 30 or 40 pounds. So I took that part out at the house where I got it. So let's close this up, give you a little side view. But I love how I scuffed it up just enough. And I did right through here. And I'm very happy with how it turned out. So let's go ahead and put it where it goes and style it together.
Back together, and I was just really excited to do the decorating part of this project, and I love how it turned out. I cannot wait to get
Okay, so I think I have it where I want it placed, at least for now. I kind of don't like it next to this shelf, but for now, this is where it has to go until I figure out a better spot. But I think it doesn't look hideous right here. But I do have to move my wall hanging. So I'm going to scooch this over and possibly up a little bit. Let's go ahead and try that.
For my curtains in here, but when I bring up those curtain rods higher than this picture, I think it's even going to look better. So here I am just adding in this tea towel. This is a carpet hand tea towel, and I love these. They're like $4, and it's such a cute little runner.
See how that looks.
Little runner, but it just adds like great little pops of color, and it's not going away. Adding in that beautiful vase and basket, and I could use a couple more of those picks from Hobby Lobby, and I may grab some of those at some point to make that basket look a little bit more cool.
You guys will have to comment what you think about it.
Beautiful cosmos, and I decided to add a little bit of water to that vase. That's something.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sold on it.
I think it just gives a little more realistic look. These cosmos already just look so incredibly realistic.
A lot of times I need to live with it for a couple of days and then see what I think.
I have taken these little moss parts that I got at my
Let's give you a better view.
around for Valentine's Day.
Better view here.
Cute little subtle Valentine's touch. I'll probably just remove those after February is over from the tablescape. I've also been loving
This out of the way.
from Hobby Lobby. They are
Okay, so let's get to styling. So I got home from work early enough today to get out into my shed. So I have a decor shed filled with decor, not just seasonal stuff, but every now and then I like to take all of the decor off my shelves, like all the decorations, and I like to switch them out because I get bored easily. So I have a lot of decor. So I don't know if there's anything in this particular bin that I can use, but we're going to empty it out together and see what's here. This I love. If you guys know Hobby Lobby, you know that's where this came from. I love it. So we have I have this, but I know this isn't going to fit. But this also came from Hobby Lobby. And I don't get anything from Hobby Lobby, usually like for pictures and stuff, unless it's on sale. So this came from most likely a thrift store. I could use this. I'm also doing a kitchen decorate with me this weekend. So I might use some of this in there. I've got this. This also came from a thrift store. Oh, this might look good on top of it. This was Hobby Lobby as well. But I got this on clearance for $3.99. What? Say what? $39 to $3.99. That's an awesome deal. And then these flowers I just got off of Amazon. And I think they're Mom's. But all of these stems came from Amazon. I got even more. This might fit in there. This would be cute in there. This also was from Hobby Lobby for $4.99. These little prints I think are so precious. These came from it's a yellow brick thrift shop, I believe is where I got these from. It's not far from where I live. And then I have another one of these. I have one in my keeping room on my shelf that I showed in one of my videos. And I had packed this away in the shed, and I was too lazy and too cold to go out and look for it. So I just rebought another one so I would have it. But yeah, so I have two now. Here's another little basket, thrift store. Well, there's not much in here I can really use. This actually came from Aldi's a couple of years ago as part of their fall decor. And it probably wasn't much because I don't pay much. So, ooh, we have this little candle holder. And this is from Hobby Lobby as well. $9.99, but I'm sure I got it when it was 50% off. That explains why I have a candle in here. That might fit in there, so we'll try that. And then I have just this little plant. So, let me go look for some more decor. I have another bin. Okay, so I found another bin. But I'm going to go ahead and put the things that aren't going to fit on the shelf back into this bin. Let me adjust you a little. So I'm going to put the stuff back in here. Marley, watch out, baby. Or stuff that I know I'm not going to use, I'll put in there. We'll keep the contenders out. I think I'm going to save these for my bedroom refresh, which will be coming up. Okay, so here's my other bin. Okay. We have this Moody picture. Now this came from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And it was really bright. So I like my things a little more moody. So I took like a dark wood stain and I went over the whole picture with it, and then I wiped it off. And it almost like has a tea stain look now. And I like it. It looks more moody. So we've got this we could use. This was just in my bedroom. Ooh, this would be nice. This might fit, and that would give a little bit of lighting in there, if this works. Okay, so it'll need more fairy lights in it, but I have more, so that's okay. I've got this adorable little thing, but we're not going to use this. We've got this, but I'm not going to use that. Ooh, we're not going to use that. Actually, I don't think these are going to fit, but maybe we'll put these on the top. I'm not sure. These are from Hobby Lobby also, $8.49. This was during fall that I got those. So let's see. Oops. This is Hobby Lobby, and that was a fall find as well. I like the shape of it, how it looks really deformed. Like you can see the curvature on it. So that's a contender. Also, I got these at fall time. They're just little spreads. They used them for, they're supposed to be table mats, but I like to use them to put my lamps on, like on the end table or something. Here's another one of those, all these things that I have that I also use as, for the arms of my couches or for spreads on my stands. Okay, so we got some moss balls here. We might use these. These were in Aldi's Find last spring. They came in a whole box. Let's see. There's not much. Ooh, we might use these. These are just old. I don't even know what these were for. If any of you know what they were for, you can go ahead and leave a comment. But I just like to use them in my displays. I think they're different. So we're going to leave those out. Those are a contender. We might use this basket for something. This just came from the Dollar Tree. Maybe we'll fill it with moss balls. We have a riser. This also came from the Dollar Tree. It's supposed to be like a plaque that you could do a craft with, but I glued these little balls on the bottom of them and turned it into a riser. So we'll probably use that. That'll probably be a good thing to have. A Dollar Tree mushroom. Maybe we'll use that. We have another moss ball. And we could mix it with a pine cone. We could put a pine cone in there. Let's see. Another one of those risers, but it's broken, so we won't be using that. Okay, these came from the Dollar Tree as well. They were just wooden beads that you could buy in a bag. And I turned it into string beads. I just put it on a little rope and I stained them and then rub and buffed a couple of them so they would look moody. So maybe we'll use those. I don't think this will fit, but we're going to leave it out just in case. And here's another one. We have this we could possibly use. I think this would be nice contrast. So I painted this. It's just a Hobby Lobby cardboard box, and I just painted it. So yeah, I think we'll use this. And yeah, so let's go ahead and start decorating. Okay, so let's get into it. I have all the stuff out that we're going to use. I would like to put this on the top with these flowers in it. So let's give that a try. I think those are going to be okay. And we already know this isn't going to fit inside the shelf. So maybe we could put those up here. I think that looks cute. However, maybe we could take the flowers out and put the stems in instead and see how that looks. So I don't ever cut my stems. I just fold them over because I have several vases that I like to switch them out in. I like these because they look so real. I like that just as is. Move them the way you like. I think that looks okay for now. Let's work down here and then we can change anything else up. Okay, so I know I want to use this picture because I think this is cute. Let's put that up here like that. You guys, so you can see it a little bit better. All right, and then this candle, I don't think we're going to be able to use the candle, but I did put new lights inside of this lantern, so I think that will work right there, just to light up the area a little bit. Okay, so this basket with the little moss balls, I think would be pretty right here perhaps. kind of goes, you know, nature and nature. And maybe put the mushroom here. Kind of keep it simple because it is a small shelf. We do have this little vase. No. Let's see here. We have this. No. We need something right here that kind of matches the whole nature vibe that we have going on. So let me see what I can find. Okay, so I have this stack of books that I took the covers off, and I found this little owl plant in the keeping room. So let's give that a try down here. Let's set some up like that. Put that there. And let's use these little beads somewhere. Maybe put them over the book. Let's make sure we can shut the door. And we can. I think I like it. So let's give you a closer look. Okay, so here we are. That's the upper part. Here we are down here.
It's this on the back with this little scallop detail on the trim.
Got our little lantern.
Super cute.
Mushroom. And our pile of books. Let's see what it looks like with the door closed. I definitely want to move it so it's more of a focal point on its own. Plus it really kind of looks crowded right here. I think it would get more attention if it was off by itself. So let's see where I can move it. Okay guys, so I think I like it better here. It's more on its own. There's not anything to compete with it. The only problem is I can't center it between the curtains in the doorway because my light switches are here. But that's okay. But now I have an opportunity to use this. So I'm going to hang this up here. And then we're going to decorate the top of it with the other pieces of decor. So let me grab those. Okay, so now we can use our mushroom decor. So we're going to stick this in here. Put that there. And that there. You know what? I don't think we're going to have room for this picture. Unless, let me see here. Okay. Maybe we could make a... No, I think we're going to skip the pictures. I think the way that this is actually looks really lovely. So all I'm going to need to do is I'm going to have to get a smaller mat for in front of my door. Let me show you. So there's my door. My floor mat was large and it came over to here. So this would have sat on it. So I'm just going to have to purchase a smaller one. But I'm liking this. I think it looks really lovely right there. And it's more on its own. I think it looks really lovely. Can't see very well with the reflection from the light. But there's a whole mushroom theme going on here. Let's move this back. And I like it. It's a keeper for me. And I like how it's not too dark. I like the contrast between the wood and the paint. Okay, and I'll really quick give you a tour of what it looks like with the whole living room. Okay, guys, so this is what it's looking like. I think that's the perfect home for it. It's off by itself. It was right over here. Sorry about the paint on my hands. But yeah, I'm liking it there. Give you a little room tour. I'm going to be giving a little video with all of the decor and where it came from. And then you'll get to see, you know, a little bit more detailed of things that I like in my space. And maybe it'll give you some ideas for your space. But I'm just loving this. And it doesn't take up much room. It's very skinny. So it's okay to have it right here by the door. It's the perfect home for it. Okay, so this, I hung the picture back centered where I had it. So perfect over there. Okay, so here we have my coffee table. This little box here, I bought it from my favorite thrift store, and I just painted it. It was blue and it had a little bit of red on it. So I'm going for the whole green accent look, as you can see. So I painted that green as well. And I like it because if we want to eat at this little coffee table or something, I can just grab it and move it, and it's easy enough. And I like to add wood for warmth when it's winter out, because the glass table can kind of feel a little bit cold in the winter, so I like to warm it up with some wood. Now in the spring, I'll take that off of there, and it'll feel nice and airy in here because it's just see-through glass, and it's tinted gray. But I love that coffee table. So yeah. So you can see we have the backlight on the TV. And I love me some mood lights. But yep, I'm loving the clock. I'm very, very happy with it. So I thank my friend very much for giving it to me. It's my light fixture. So when we first moved in here, we bought this brand new. It was all just complete white primed sheetrock. There wasn't even any paint or anything. But it had a really heavy, a heavy ceiling fan hanging there. And I'm not a fan of ceiling fans. I like pretty lighting. To me, ceiling fans are just not pretty. So I picked this out on Amazon. And I just think it's gorgeous. It's got the gold ring around it. And as you can tell, the pattern that it leaves on the ceiling, it also leaves it on the walls when that's the only light on in here. So I really like that. But yes, this is my cozy space with a sweet little clock. Oh, and I did add this candle holder up here. And I put a battery-operated candle in it just for a little bit more light. And I think it'll look really precious with the lights out. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, so this is my cozy space with only a couple of lights on. This is how I would have it if I were to watch a movie. This is a stand that my sweet friend bought for me, the same one who gave me the clock.
And I can't remember where she bought this stand. It's a popular shopping site, though. I just can't think of the name of it. She also bought me this moss ball, and that came from the Christmas, or not the Christmas tree shop, Hobby Lobby. However, I do miss the Christmas tree shop. You can just see the little lantern in there. The little candle. I love how this turned out. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but the TV has a mushroom screensaver on it right now. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe and come back for more